Canadian. During her career, she was one of the most successful Canadian ice dancers. She had an ice skating partner named Scott Moir. She inspired so many people, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how she did it. Tessa Virtue was born May 17th, 1989 in London, Ontario. Her parents were Jim and Kate Virtue. She had 3 older siblings named Cassie, Kevin, and Jordan. She became ice skating partners with Scott Moir at age 7. Here are a few facts about Tessa Virtue. Elle a patiné avec Scott pour plus que 20 années. Elle avait des douleurs dans sa jambe en 2010. She had 2 surgeries during her career. Now that Tessa is retired from her career as an Olympic skater, she is thinking of pursuing an MBA. Tessa is currently 31. Elle est allée à Holy Names Catholic High School, a University of Windsor. Tessa a pris sa retraite le 17 septembre 2019. Tessa and Scott wrote a book together called Our Journey from Childhood Dream to Gold. Tessa est incroyable et a eu beaucoup de succès. Elle rend beaucoup de personnes fières d'être canadiennes. Ça, c'est pourquoi j'ai choisi ce sujet. J'espère qu'elle t'a inspiré autant qu'elle t'a inspiré moi. And then.
That's great. Thank you. And thanks to Keelan for keeping up with the translations in the chat. So why don't you tell me a little bit about why your topic is important and why you think it's important for other people to learn about Tessa Virtue?
I think it's an important part of Canada, and she's very important because she was in the Olympics, so she represented our whole country. And to see somebody that great be so good at something makes so many people proud that they come from the same place as her.
Okay. And she won lots of gold medals, didn't she?
Yeah, she won 5 medals in total with Scott because they were partners, so they did all the routines together.
Okay. What was the most, oh, sorry, go ahead.
She won 3 gold medals, a bronze medal, and a silver medal.
Right, the silver medal was in 2014, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened in 2014?
She won the Canadian Championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what sort of sources did you look at, and what was your most valuable sources?
I didn't have any first-hand sources because nobody I know knew Tessa Virtue. So I looked at the library, and they didn't have the book that Tessa and Scott wrote. So I couldn't find any information in the book.
Okay.
And I couldn't find any other books. So I had to depend a lot on websites on the internet. I got a lot of the dates and the very start, like her biography from Wikipedia. And 1 second, I have my biography over here. And also from the Team Canada website, which is like the Olympic website that says all the people that were that talks about the people that were in the Olympics. And from CBCOC, from CBC too, because about the NBA and a few other sites that um, that I got my information from.
Oh, okay. And if you had to tell somebody one thing that's probably the biggest thing that people think is true about Tessa Virtue that isn't, what would that be?
She's not married to Scott Moyer.
That's a good thing to know because they've been skating together for a really long time, eh?
Yeah, so a
Yeah.
lot of people think that they're just best friends.
Okay. I see you've got some figure skates there. Are those your skates?
Yeah, I used to figure skate. I stopped about a year ago because because I got into a higher level of figure skating, so we would have had to go twice a week.
Oh,
And I have a lot of other activities I do, so I couldn't be there twice a week. I needed a few days to just be able to relax.
okay. So those are your skates then.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think you'll go back to skating?
Um, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to tell if all my activities will go down because every year I feel like I have more and more things that I want to do. So,
Okay. Why did you choose to do your project on Tessa Virtue? You talked a little bit about how she inspires you.
yeah.
Um, is that why you chose this topic?
Yeah, and then I thought it was cool that she makes a lot of Canadians proud to be Canadians because how good she represented our country. And I used to figure skate, so I thought it was cool that
Mhm.
yeah.
And what's the most interesting thing you learned doing this project?
Well, there were a lot of things, but I thought it was pretty amazing that she's been skating for Scott Moyer for more than 20 years. That was really long time. And there was a photo I wanted to point out that really made that another reason that really made me want to choose this topic was because this is Tessa and Scott when they won the Vancouver Winter Olympics in 2010. And that was the year I was born. And my dad told me that he would look me up to the window and I would watch the torch and all the people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting that she and Scott had such a big win in 2010.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about your board? I know it's in English and French.
Yeah. Um, what do you want me to tell you about?
How you decided to put it together. I think it's very pretty. And how did you choose the colors?
Um, when I chose the colors, I was thinking of the ice and um I was thinking a lot about the ice pretty much. And so and whenever people like when especially when you go not necessarily in the rinks in in like the Olympic stadiums, but like whenever I used to go on the skating rink for the hockey, they would have like the all the like colors under the ice. And
Mhm.
some of those colors were the blues, and I thought they were very pretty. And since everything was in black and white, I thought it would make a nice pop of color. And I tried to choose pictures that really um, went with stuff I talked about because this was one of my favorites. I didn't know about this until I started researching about her. That she and Scott had a signature move that was called the goose, and she balances in a crouch on Scott's back, and then she spreads her arms out like wings. Then she flips to the air, and Scott catches her. And I don't know if you can see it, but this is a picture it's kind of small. This one. This is a picture of Scott catching her. Once, and you can see her arms are still spread.
Nice. Is there anything else you want to tell me about your project or your Heritage Fair experience or about Tessa?
There's one more thing about my poster board. I really like art, and I thought it was kind of disappointing that I wouldn't get to draw anything. So I really wanted to draw something, and so I decided to draw a little skate just because it felt so satisfying to draw something for this project.
That's awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Miri. This has been great learning about Tessa Virtue to end off our very first virtual showcase today. So I'm going to end the recording now.